What's up, y'all? It's Mike and I'm back with another video. How we doing today, guys? So, what are we gonna talk about today? Well, first a quick update. I just applied for a new job over at the Zion Brew Pub, again here in Springdale. Let me tell you, it looks like a really nice place. And I applied for a dishwasher, a busser, whatever position they have open that I'm able to do. Obviously, it's a brewery, so I can't, serve until I'm 21 and I have an alcohol license and all that. But they're starting at $14 an hour full time. So this is gonna be an awesome position for someone like me at age 19 if I can get it. Way better than my current job here at Stagecoach. And don't get me wrong, I love it here. I love the people and I love the environment and I especially love the food. But first of all, $12 an hour, which is $2 less. Second of all, they're only giving me 15 hours a week, and a lot of the time they send me home early. So I'm coming home with, while I'm earning $12 an hour, if I'm only working 3 days a week, 3-4 hours a day, that's not justified, right? That doesn't justify the trip all the way up here to Springdale. I can barely afford my car that way, let alone my phone, my insurance, and I'm hoping to move into my own apartment soon, right? Right now I live with my parents. I live in my parents' basement and I'm not ashamed of it because I'm 19. It's pretty normal, right? But I really, really want to be able to get the money and become self-reliant. This next job is offering full-time, starting at $14 an hour and up to $16 an hour after 6 months. So I'm really, really hoping to get it. Okay, the next thing I wanted to talk about, enough of myself. I wanted to talk actually about a couple of new game consoles that are expected to come out soon. The number one is called the Intellivision Amico. Now, a lot of people didn't know about the original Intellivision, or if they did, they didn't buy it because it was $299 at launch in 1977. $299 in 1977 is the modern equivalent of $1,100 or even close to $1,300 by some estimates. It's insanely expensive, right? The modern Intellivision, the Amico, was originally planned to launch at $149, but unfortunately, due to the cost of production going up, due to tariffs, due to a change in some of the material that they use. I believe they changed the glass on the controllers. They raised the price up to $249, and on some models $299. Now the console actually comes in a variety of colors. There's a purple, there's a red. I really love the red. There's a black and there's a white, and there's a wood grain. The wood grain, they actually only have 2,500 units for, and it's sold out already. So unfortunately you can't get your hands on that. But the goal of the wood grain was obviously to make it look like a classic console, because all the consoles in the 70s, all the many hundreds of them, had a wood grain color, right? So this new console with the wood grain color is kind of going for a retro look. Now, as for the console itself, it's actually a really, really interesting concept because I believe it is targeting older audiences, right? They have a lot of modern remasters of a bunch of classic games. They're not 3D, but they like to call it 2.5D. It's a remastered modern version of a lot of old games. And in fact, the console is actually getting an exclusive of a super popular title that was, really popular in the 90s and actually even had an HD remaster in 2010. Ever heard of a game called Earthworm Jim? This is coming exclusively to this new Intellivision Amico console. Another thing about the Intellivision Amico is they're actually offering 20 brand new games. That's what they're promising. They might not be new IPs, but they're brand new games, many of them based off of old IPs. But they seem super cool, right? Intellivision seems super legit. And they're very underfunded at the moment, because the modern Intellivision is not owned by Mattel like the classic Intellivision was. They don't have the funding, they don't have the advertisement, but they have actually gotten a partnership with both Walmart and GameStop, as well as Best Buy. The purple version of the console is actually exclusive to GameStop, and it comes with $25 worth of in-store credit. Now they're actually entirely virtual. They don't have physical cartridges, but the games range in price from only $3 to $7, so they're incredibly affordable games. I love the design of the controller. A lot of people don't, but it's really a kind of a retro vibe. It's very simple, and it even has rumble, it has tilt controls, and it has a touch screen. It's honestly a really cool controller. It looks kind of like an iPod, which a lot of people find really weird. Another cool feature of the Intellivision Amico is, first of all, it has up to 8-player local multiplayer. Most games support up to 4-player local multiplayer, which is perfectly normal, but a lot of the games support up to 8-player local multiplayer, which is really cool. And they also have online co-op mode, which is kind of cool as well. So the Intellivision Amico was supposed to come out in October of this year. Unfortunately, that's not happening. They've postponed launch to April of next year, which is, still a pretty reasonable date, Obviously, October of this year is just 1 month before the Xbox Series X and the PS5, so it might not do as well either. So if you push it to April of next year, it might be a bit more successful. So there's actually another modern classic console in the makes, and this one is actually a Kickstarter backed one. So it's kind of like if you guys remember the Ouya, that was a failed Android based console, but it was actually a really cool idea, and it was only $100 too. Anyway, this new other console is actually the Atari VCS. That's right, Atari is back in the market. And I think that's so cool how Atari and Intellivision are both coming back. Unfortunately, the Atari VCS, it's promising incredible power. It is also going to be Android based, but it's very powerful. It's got modern console technology, and it's going to be released for $385 or $399 for some bundles. So it's the price of a PS4 Pro, and that is a really big problem for a name that is no longer well established in the console field. The Atari hasn't been an established name in the console field since it dropped out after the massive failure that was the Atari Jaguar. If Atari wants to succeed, they have to find a way to drop their console price to at least below $300, if not even lower. Right, so and plus, unfortunately, while the Atari VCS looks super cool, I love the design. I actually think it looks way cooler than the Intellivision Amico. The Intellivision Amico, the guys at Intellivision, Tommy and the crew, they've actually presented a number of awesome games and awesome features, whereas the team at Atari have failed to do that. They haven't shown any exclusives. They haven't even shown any games. They've just shown this concept trailer, and they expect you to throw money at their Kickstarter. I don't trust that. They aren't showing any games. They aren't showing any gameplay. They aren't showing, they aren't even showing the hardware capabilities, yet they're claiming this is a super capable console, right? They're selling it at almost $400. I think that's absurd. Please, show me the controller. Show me some games. Show me AAA games. Show me some awesome games. That's what I want to see. Until then, my money is on Intellivision. And those are my 2 cents. You guys have a good day.